What if I told you that the same mysterious object has been cruising our skies for over 30 years? What if I showed you that the same shape appears in military footage from 2024, amateur recordings from 2015 and 1993, and even on frescoes from the 14th century? 3 recordings, 3 different continents, 4 different time periods, 1 identical object. Coincidence? Or something that's always been there, and we're only now starting to notice? Welcome to the Time Compass channel. So, the first video comes to us from the Middle East. In it, we see an object or sphere that moves. The recording is from American military surveillance equipment. This incident happened in 2024. This recording looks at first glance like many others. Some spherical object moves, and that's it. But if we look more closely at the object when it's zoomed in, we can compare it with another recording from Florida, which comes from the distant 1993. We can notice some similarities, though we know that the human eye can deceive. To make things even stranger, we have another video that comes to us from 2015, a video of the so-called metapod, some kind of vehicle for one being, or at least it looks like that. So the video was recorded in Spain in 2015, so in the video is the metapod, some kind of floating capsule, or who knows what it is, in which one person can fit, or maybe there's no one inside, who knows, but all 3 videos show a seemingly similar object. What's most interesting, there are frescoes in the Serbian monastery Visoki Dečani in Kosovo, a depiction of a man in a similar object. The fresco shows the crucifixion of Jesus, but in the background we see a painted object that we've seen today in the recordings. This particular fresco dates back to around 1350, painted by medieval monks who had no knowledge of modern aircraft or space travel. Yet there it is. On both sides of the crucifixion scene, we see 2 identical objects in the sky. Each object appears to contain a human figure, and they're depicted with remarkable detail for something that was supposedly divine or angelic. The objects have a distinct capsule-like shape, very similar to what we're seeing in these modern recordings. What makes this even more fascinating is that these aren't the only medieval artworks depicting such objects. Similar heavenly vehicles appear in religious art across Europe from the same period. But the Visoki Dečani fresco is particularly striking because of how precisely it matches the shape and characteristics of our modern sightings. The monks painted these objects as if they were witnessing something real, something they had actually seen, or they just imagined it from religious texts. Is this just coincidence or a product of imagination? Possible, but there are too many coincidences. If we're talking about the same object, one thing is clear. It's not the first time it's been seen. What's worse, it seems like it's constantly there, or it was there and has been. We just didn't know. Do such flying objects have anything to do with shaping religion? Maybe with Jesus' crucifixion itself? We don't know. We can't say with certainty. What we know is that we know nothing. This is a very interesting topic and opens many questions. Leave in the comments what you think about such an object and this whole story. Can we find a trace and connection? Thanks for watching Time Compass, the channel where the madness never stops.